Yo,
Hey,
what's up?
just refining the bid offer pressure formula.
Oh, yeah.
So far, everything is. I already finished trading. Are you about to start?
Yeah.
Okay, you stream.
All right.
If I'm deaf, and just at me
Okay.
if you need something.
Well, I've been sitting here for a couple minutes just while I was talking to my wife, and I've kind of got a short idea. Um, we're failing to make new highs despite all of the bids coming in on the stock heat map, or maybe not bids, but the bright green. We're bright green here on the 30-second stock heat map, and we're failing to go higher, and we've got a whole bunch of balance below us. Um, that idea would be invalidated if we make a new local high, however. So I'm just going to sit here and watch, see how we react to this price action. I'm short biased for the short term, but if we make a new high, I'll be long biased. We're still failing to make a new high. We've got a nice support resistance above us on the delta, on the cumulative delta, but that could stop run. So if it breaks above 70 even, I think there could be a breakout, but I honestly think it might fail. I guess we'll have to wait and see. We touched 70, and it looks like it might sustain. So that's the invalidation of the short idea. I think there might be longs if this can sustain to the upside, because we do still have a lot of inventory above us. So let's see what it does. There's the breakout. Stretch this a little bit. I think there could potentially be continuation long. Tried to grab 7150 there, but missed it. That's all right. Not trying to chase anything today, but that is good precedence. This does want to continue higher. It is sustaining, so I'm still long biased. Somebody keeps hitting the tape with a 40 lot here. We had a 42, 41, and a 43 come in. All near the peaks here. We do have a nice little slip favor with high node support. Try the 7350 long. I could probably move my stop up a few ticks because it's pretty tight up here. A little bit of acceptance below, so I took that off for 1 point loss. See how price reacts. Because it could also be doing this V flush bullshit. Trapped buyers above. So it looks like the floor is given out on this thing and it is accepting lower. I think with all the trapped buyers up here, there could be a short-term move to the downside. The 30-second is kind of confirming that, at least for the time being.
All right. Did you trade?
Yeah, I took one long. That was a 4-tick loss. That's my only trade so far.
Did you pulse check or gain any clarity?
Yes, I was pulse checking and I tried to catch a trade earlier that was a long. It would have worked for 2 points. And then I pulse checked a couple that were worth a point. I just think we might be at a change in character here because we've V flushed the highs on high buying on the heat map, and we're failing to make a new high. So it's kind of a coin flip area.
Okay.
I'm not going to take any more trades here until I regain that clarity, especially since it is noon and the pace of price action has slowed down a bit. Kind of a head and shoulders setup here because we made a fresh high above 75.50. We came up and tested at 74.75, and it looks like we're failing for the time being. So if all these bidders around 71, 72 get trapped, I think there could potentially be a short. How much it's worth, I don't really know. There is a decent amount of inventory below us, decent amount of reclaim. I could maybe see 69s hitting, maybe 68s. We are slip ranging here, so if bidders defend the bottom of this slip range aggressively, I think there could be a move up into the slip range. It depends how they react to the 71 area. There's a bit of buyer defense there. There's the break. Nice move down. I've got a 72.25 short on micros. I'm going to take a partial here at 76.50. Still have a lot of balance below us. I'll take the rest of the trade off there. So that was a decent profitable trade right there. I nailed the bottom on the first exit. Took the second exit, 69.50, just because we did make a higher high and a higher low. In hindsight, this could keep running, but honestly, I'm pretty happy with that win. We're going down on a lot of bids, so I'm not sure there's a continuation setup here. I also don't think there's enough factors of support for a reversal because we still have so much inventory below us. So I think the name of the game is just waiting and observing. We do kind of have a support resistance going here on the lower side of the delta. That could potentially be signs of a reversal, but it's still far too early to say. We're still making lower highs on the 3 second. Looks like we might make a lower low. There it is. So we're still trading lower on bid open interest. Could be a change in character here. We've put in our first higher high and a couple higher lows. We're relatively thin above. We do have bids coming in on the bid offer pressure. I'm going to start stalking continuation longs, but I want to see good slip ranges set up first. So I'm going to try that test. Got a nice slip range favor. It's super thin above us. I want to see if we accept into that thin area above us. I'll take it to 68. So long 66.25 out at 68 for a nice little scalp. We also put in another higher high and another higher low. Grabbed another one, 66.75 to 68.25 long. Got another long 67.50 out at 68.50 for the point. Probably could have held that in hindsight, but the short scalps have been working. I got 3 winning trades in a row right there, which I am not complaining about. Looks like we might be putting in a new support around that 68 level. Let's see if they can hold it. There's a couple trapped buyers above us, so I don't think I'm going to take that one. It does also kind of look B-flushy right here. Pretty major support on the open interest around 67, and it is also part of the larger slip range. So I'm going to stalk along there, see if it respects the slip range, but I'm not going to chase it. So I'm going to pull that order. I'll count that as good read though. So it's a pretty major support resistance level from a price actions perspective, right around this 6450 level. So I'm pretty much long biased as long as we can stay above that 6450. As soon as we accept below it, I'm short biased. We've got a decent amount of bids defending the slip range. My worry is that those bids might become trapped, though. So I want to see some signs that we're willing to trade higher. Because right now, this is a lower high. Nice little slip range setting up here. Super thin above us. I think there could be a shove up, especially since we just defended the bottom of the slip range. There's the move up. Nice higher high. Let's see if it can sustain. So there's a double top there. I have a long from 66 on micros. I'm going to take it off here for a nice 5-point win. And that looks like a good exit because it does appear to be sucking back in as we speak. So we got a higher high. Let's see if we put in a higher low somewhere around this area. We do have a 68 support. And it does appear to be given a little bit of a slip range. Got the 67 support below us.
That might slip back up.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking. They've got a really nice support here at 66s. Depends what they do, though, because there are some trapped buyers above us.
Seeing like
Here's the test of 64s.
there's definitely a lot of ES bid pressure here. The stocks are sell heavy as fuck though.
Yeah. Also at the bottom
There
of
it
the
is.
slip
There it
range.
is. There it is.
Yeah, nice little shove up. See if they hold the bottom of the slip range here. It looks like they are. It looks like they're going to keep pushing the bottom. Now we're through 64.50. So I am short biased unless they V flush the bottom. Because if they V flush the top, sometimes they'll V flush the bottom. Depends what they do. Let's just wait and see. bit of a divergence here because a lot of selling's coming in here and it's not pushing any lower. So those sellers could potentially be squeezed, but I mean, 64 is kind of the magic level. If they keep it under 64, it could be continuation, but if they suck back up above, could be V flush. Bottom tick to the low. So this is kind of the decision point. Still making lower
60,
highs.
50 might, if it can hit that, I don't know if it will, but it seems like there's some higher time frame shit going on here. And I was about to say if it hits 63.50, it'll rip.
Yeah, they're chewing away at those offers. I think they could want it. It's still too
It
early
might
to
bounce
tell.
right here. Oop, they didn't bounce it. They actually pushed it.
Bottom tick to low of day right there.
C2 even has more bid pressure just above us, right at the 61.75.
Yeah, it's pretty mixed here. It's a big indecision area. Bit of an upshove. Then above, they ate away all those offers.
Yeah, it might.
Let's see if
It's hitting a point where this pullback right here could bounce up right at 62.50. Maybe I'm wrong. No, it still looks good. There it is.
nice, yeah. It's respecting the slip range.
I think with this bid offer pressure, I think I can figure out the exact rotations. Well, not exact, but pretty.
That was a nice test of the bottom there.
Shit is like just so heavy, man. Even though it's doing all this little bullshit right here. Actually, I'm pushing that all the way up on bigger offers.
So I had a 62.25 long, took it off here at 64 for a nice win. We're back above that 64.50 level. Back into the prior range. It was a little aggressive, but I caught a 64.50 long, took it out at 66. I had a 61 long on micros that I was holding for probably 10 minutes. I'm going to take it off here on this fresh high for another win on the micros.
What the fuck? Something's running a calibration.
It's a bit of a head and shoulders pattern here. We're starting to get some red on the heat map. I don't think that necessarily means reversal, but it does mean that longs might be a little difficult in this area.
Shorter time frame or the mid time frame?
Mid time frame.
Two-bit offer pressure indicators running right now, and they look everything's sell. We'll see how it pans out. If we go 71.25, there's a good chance it'll go long. If they can hit that. But at least from this really small perspective. It did it, didn't it?
Yeah, they did defend the bottom of that slip range there, around 69.50. Little twitchy move there.
Very short here for a huge run low. There goes.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know about anymore. Now it's hitting a long pocket. That's just kind of short still.
Yeah, all that
But it keeps
reclaim
hitting
loss.
these little long pockets. Keeps hitting these little long pockets there. But how much more above that? I don't think there's. All right.
Nice slip range here, but it's super tight. See if they can break this 68.75. There it is. Got a short from 70 for 5-tick win.
Be careful because it could bounce really hard off this 69 there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they also V
It's looking long as fuck, dude. This little micro range looks like it'll puke up.
Yeah.
Dude, I think I can get precision entries. Like, I'm gonna build something. But
Yeah.
I think
I mean, that's pretty precision, dude. That's as precision as it gets.
I'll show you.
So they V-flushed both ends of the range, which tells me range expansion. There's a nice puke low. Right through 66s, which I like. I have a 71 short on micros that I'm going to take out here at 66. Just because there's a bit of a buy pocket here.
Deafen real quick. Actually, before I deafen, look at my screen. You're gonna have to pull yours.
All right.
So this is going to be just the bid offer pressure on ES, which is the same as this one, but there's a difference. This shows you what the offer, if the offer was larger right when the price moved, or if the bid was larger right when the price right when a market order hit a different price.
Mm-hmm.
They look similar, but they're a little different. This one here, what this is doing is it's because there's hundreds of sequences of bid quote changes, right? With no movement.
Mm-hmm.
So every quote change is a vote. So every time there's a quote change, it goes, is it bigger bid or is it bigger offer?
Yeah.
And it votes for blue or red or green or red. And then the moment the quote adjusts again, it counts as a vote, and it looks if one side is bigger than the other. So these cells could be, these one little square could be looking at 100 fucking quote fluctuations, and it's adding them as votes. So we got 8 votes for bid, 20 votes for offer. Because the problem is if the market rips up and we have a bunch of offer pressure and it rips up, it'll turn green on the other one. But on this one, it may still be red. It just, at that last moment, it went bid pressure. So I want to know as the quotes are fluctuating, it's like dwell time. Every time the fucking shit is changing, who is bigger? Who is bigger? Who is bigger? So what I'm going to do next is for every square that is touching another square, we're going to look at it like a profile. So right here, since all these squares are touching, it would be 4 greens versus 5 red, 1 red. So it would be long in there.
Mm-hmm.
And the moment squares are not touching the left or right, and this is a way to kind of track down micro ranges, in my opinion. But before I built this or anything, I was trying to figure out what's the best methodology of tracking micro structure. And I think it's by looking to see if a square is touching. Right?
Yeah.
So it's going to kind of draw a profile for the votes. So, because that's, I think I can get it super accurate. Like right here, it's 2 greens. So it could push up. But now, and it did. And now it's obviously, this is going to be singular voted right here. So, oh, it's showing the numbers. I don't really want to see those. Give me just a second. So as soon as another 30-second bar comes in, we don't necessarily need to look at that other pocket. So obviously there's a lot of sell pressure as it's going up. The other one would probably be mostly green, which it is. So this is telling me that sellers are attempting to dig in this specific area. Come on, give me 2 bars on top of each other. So what I'm noticing to like really guesstimate if it's going to be hitting good is when they start putting multiple bars to each other. So you have 2 greens up here.
Mm-hmm.
So if they hit there, it could jump a tick, which it did. But now it's sort of turning neutral because it's green, red, red, green.
Yeah.
Now you have 2 reds here. So there's a good chance it could shove down a bit, which it did. It just did. And then you have another pocket of red, red here. Now you're 3 wide, but it's mostly green. 2 greens, 2 greens, 2 greens, and then it pushes. So we're able to figure out precisely at specific ticks.
That's pretty cool, dude.
And it's going to throw a little profile over here, what I want to do. And then you're going to just know, like, is the bid pressure maintaining? So look, you have 3 reds. Now it could go through it. 2 reds. A shitload of reds. Now if it's pushing like that, I notice those are stop runs. But it's actually sinking back in a little bit. Two reds. Now it's neutral. And there's probably going to be more of a run up because it's stopped running. It was mostly red in here. So there's probably trapped guys, and it's double green, double green. We'll see what it does. It's not always like perfect. Still double green. Now it's neutral there. There's the push. You're still getting a bunch of double red stacking. So now, even though it pushed up a little bit, There it goes. There it goes. Anyways, you can, if you want to keep
That's pretty
streaming.
cool, dude. Yeah, I think that'd be good for nailing entries and shit like that. There's a little V flush there. V flushes on hot greens are really something worth watching. Same with on hot reds. Nice little puke down. A lot of offers coming in. I'm going to take that off for a tick. I probably could have held that. I had a short 72.25 just because it was kind of giving that failed reclaim look. We had a couple high nodes to lean on, and the bids looked super weak in this area. So in hindsight, I could have held that short for probably a 6-tick winner. But I also didn't really like the reclaim on my backside. We did double bottom there. So if we start accepting above that 73.50 level, I think it could be taking back that reclaim, but let's see how it reacts. Looks like they defended 73.50 for the time being, but it is technically a higher high. Fresh offers coming in. They did defend the high of the slip range. Got a 73.25 short. Took it off there at 71.50 for a nice solid win. I also had a 74.75 short on micros that I was in for a while. I think this is probably a good spot to take it off. Um, take a quick peek at my P&L. And I'm up about 500, so I think I'm going to call it. That is a solid session for me. Up 584 before commissions. I had quite a few executions, so it'll probably be closer to 400 after commissions. But that is still a great session for me.